to bring up too is his poor sportsmanship. Do you remember
Well, he always used to call out, or not call out, but like...
But do you remember when, I think it was against Pittsburgh, and this was Sidney Crosby's second playoff, because remember Ottawa swept them the first time, and I'm pretty sure Alfredsson basically said, we're done. They're better than us. Do you remember that?
I do remember
We can't beat them, he said, like a game like 3. Like,
yeah,
I mean, as a captain, you never say that.
I remember one season, or series, that he played against the Leafs, and he, like, guaranteed the win. I mean, Toronto beat him, because Toronto beat him every
I'd go
time.
for it.
But he guaranteed the win, because they were up in the series, I believe, that time, and then we come and won the last 2 games or whatever, but I remember you calling that out, and I'm like, oh, man, we got to win now. And then we did, but I mean, I remember him, these are just things I remember about him, but I remember him hitting Darcy Tucker from behind and then scoring the game-winning goal. Like, he hit him from behind, took the puck, and then scored the game-winning goal.
Yeah, so basically in the numbers.
Yeah. And, like, oh, man, that's why Leafs fans boo him, eh? Like, there's certain things.
Yeah.
That's what makes it, I guess, it always made it neat. I liked playing Ottawa.
Do you remember when Matt Sundin got high sticked? And the multiple times Matt Sundin got high sticked?
Yeah.
And then Alfredsson, like, grabbed his eye or something and mocked Sundin? Or something? He kind of pretended like...
Oh, I don't know.
He was like...
There was some... I think it was kind of like a love-hate relationship, though. Because, I mean, they won a gold in 06 together.
Well, you know...
Sundin was captain. But, I mean...
This Richard knew what he was doing, because he, 2 Swedish captains, both played for, Ontario teams, and both were there captains, Alfredsson was captain from 99 to 13, and Sundin was captain from 97 to 08. And Matt's the longest reigning non-American captain in history.
I mean, Sundin's first European selected first overall, and he's the highest scored in Swede.
Yeah, those are both important things for sure.
Points-wise, I mean, let's run through some stats here. Matt's played 1346, and he had 1349 points, just over a point a game.
Yep, 1.02.
Where Alfredsson wasn't quite a point a game. He was 1246, 1157.
0.929, yeah.
And Matt's hit the 500 goal club.
Yep.
And where Alfredsson didn't.
Nope. 444. Yeah.
But I mean...
But even going to the playoffs...
But you gotta give it, if you look... just before you mention that point, Kyle, if you look at the draft, like I said, Matt's was first overall in 1989.
Yeah.
Which was kind of unheard of for a European to be drafted first overall to begin with. Yeah. And you gotta give Alfredsson credit. He was a 6th round pick.
Yeah.
133rd overall.
Wasn't handed anything.
Possible Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't handed anything. He worked hard.
So you gotta give him credit. I mean, where Matt's was legit, they knew he was going to be good.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And Alfredsson was a late pick, and he won the Calder Trophy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which was very impressive, too. So you gotta give him that.
Question, though, for you guys. Did he win... Did he play his first year he was drafted? Or did he... season?
He won the Calder in 95-96, and he was drafted in 94.
Oh, so...
So he had a year in between.
Okay. Which some players need, for sure.
I mean, the thing that Alfredsson has that Sundin doesn't have is a cup final.
Yeah. In
07, where Matt's never made the cup final. He made the semis twice. But
Game 7 of the semis. Close as you can get.
But the whole going to the dance.
And good old Artie Irbe got him.
No, it was Game 6.
That was the Game 6?
Because we could not beat Arthur Irbe.
Him and his white pads.
And just going career high points, Sundin had 114 one year. And
with Quebec, correct?
With Quebec, yeah. He had 47 goals, 67 assists. And Alfredsson had 103 points, 43 goals, 60 assists. And that was obviously with Heatley and Spezza.
Yeah. 126 points, you said?
103.
103.
And Matt's had 114. That's their career best for a single season. But I mean, I'm going to choose Matt's. I mean, he's a point-a-game player, 500 goal club. And not even selected first overall or whatever. That's not in Matt's hands. I mean, it is to an extent because he obviously worked hard to get first overall. But somebody picked him there.
Yeah,
so you can't really. And somebody picked Alfredsson at 6th, and he still panned out to be a pretty damn good player. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm just looking at like Sundin has Alfredsson's number when it comes to playoffs. Sundin led his team past Alfredsson 4 times.
Yeah,
and
4-4.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's I mean you can't because it's a team sport, but I mean they're captains, right? So and like I said, they both won gold in 06.
Yep.
So they both got a gold medal. Mats is actually in the Hall of Fame already.
Yeah.
Alfredsson is not.
But that could be because Alfredsson just retired a couple years ago.
When was Alfredsson's last year, Scott?
13, 14.
So he's been eligible
so 5
for
years
already.
But what was Mats' last year?
10.
08, 09?
09?
So he's had more time to get in there, right?
Yeah, but he was in there first time, though. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, that's true.
He's first ballot Hall of Famer. He was in there the first time he's eligible, where Alfredsson's been passed over.
But do you think that's also because of the team he played for?
Very well could be.
But also...
No, but that's... No, because... I mean, yes, the Hockey Hall of Fame's in Toronto, but Ottawa's right there, too.
Yes, I know.
But they're both Swedes. It's not like one was Canadian, one was...
No.
You know.
But then on that point, Mats Sundin has most goals in Maple Leafs history, most points in Maple Leafs history. He's second in assists, I believe, behind Salming.
Yes, I think you're right, yeah.
Yep, he is. I have it right here, actually. Yeah. And Alfredsson's first, and everything. He's going to lose it out to Carlson probably next couple years here, because his assists are 682, and obviously almost all of his points were in Ottawa. And another thing going for Mats is Mats has 15 overtime goals in his career, 4th all time, tied with Sergei Fedorov. And
how many does Alfredsson have? Do you know?
He wasn't in the top.
Oh, okay. So, but I do. Yeah, that was one thing. Like, yeah, Mats never won a cup, but I remember him being clutch quite a few times in my life. Like just against Ottawa and he scored some pretty big overtime goals and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna pick Sundin.
Yeah, I am. I am too. But the big one that does it for me is the playoff stats. Mats has got 91 games, 38 goals, 44 assists for 82 points, which is a .901 points per game. Whereas Alfredsson's played more games at 124, has 51 goals, 49 assists for 100 points, but has a .806 points per game. So it's a whole whatever lower, right?
I mean, you can look at Alfredsson's brought his team to playoffs more often than Sundin did.
I'll go with Alfredsson based on the fact that, very late draft pick.
Like, yeah,
wins
that's
the Calder.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, no, that's true.
That itself is.
In my mind, Calder's a big trophy, where Mats doesn't have a big trophy. I would agree with Scott there.
But who would he have lost a Calder out to that year?
That's true. How strong was the Calder class? Well, no, that's still no. You still can't go by that. He was a 6th overall pick. Like, he shouldn't even be in the talk to win
6th round pick, yeah.
I mean,
that's true. Both have won the Messier Award for leadership.
Yeah. And like, I'm not saying no knock on those awards, but there's certain words in my mind that are the big.
But Alfredsson's won the King Clancy Trophy.
But I mean,
but I think I'm going to go with Mats just because,
like I said,
in my opinion, playoffs mean a lot, and Mats was a better performer when it mattered in the playoffs, and head to head, too, right? How well were you able to carry your team head to head? And Toronto was 4-0, right?
So, it's a bit of a trivia question here. I don't know if you guys know this or not. You want to take a guess as to who won the Calder in 91?
91?
Is that when Mats was rookie season?
Yep. Oh, okay. I was thinking, why 91?
Sergei Fedorov? I don't know.
No, goalie.
Ooh. Jim Carrey. Oh, not Jim Carrey. Ed Belfour.
Yeah, Ed Belfour.
Oh, yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, I would give to Ed Belfour. That was Stanley Cup Finals, right? Against the Penguins.
Yes. But also, I know this is off topic. But it relates to Ed Belfour. Belfour won the Vezina, the Calder, the Jennings. Like, he cleaned house when it came to goalie awards, which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't remember the last goalie to win all those awards.
That's a debate for another time, I think.
We'll have to have a goalie debate.
Put Belfour against Hasek, I think, would probably be the best one. They're both guys that have their cabinets full.
I already know who I'd pick.
Belfour.
No, it'd be Hasek.
Really?
Oh, I think you'd have to pick Hasek.
Is it the Hart Trophy thing again?
Yeah. No, just to me.
Oh no, he let in the Stanley Cup winning goal.
Put in the crease.
I think Brett Hall's skate was in the crease.
Yeah.
If there's any Sabres fans listening, that one probably stings a bit, but I remember watching that.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
But, yeah, so Sundin Sakic for me, man. That would be the...
Yeah, me too. I didn't want to go into... Honestly, I went into this thinking, my two favorite teams, Toronto and Colorado. I kind of didn't want to go into that with that mindset, but once I looked at the stats, it went that way anyhow.
To be honest, Sundin, like, for me, was... Over Alfredsson was a decently easy choice for me. But the Sakic Yzerman one, I could probably go back to them, and I'd probably pick Yzerman next time. Yeah. Just because it's just that close. I'm not.
We can
not
go.
Even lying.
You can just rewind it about 20 minutes, and Dustin will be humming and hawing about it.
Nah, it's just.
Yeah,
it makes
exactly.
Think, right? Like,
well, and that's just it.
And, which is awesome. That's what debate's about.
That's just it.
If it's a good debate like that.
And I remember that Richard sent that one, and I sent it to you guys, and you guys like, holy cow, it's a really good one. Couldn't have picked two more tighter players.
Well, I started thinking about stats and running cups through my head and just things I know, and I'm just like, holy man, that's going to be...
Yeah, exactly.
And then I had to look at some trophies, like do a little bit of research, and...
Yeah, exactly.
I mean...
The numbers
I was looking for something to blow the other one out of water, and I actually could not find it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, oh, man...
Yeah.
And so you can't even be one's taller.
We need easier comparisons.
What's these guys' height and weight there, Scott? Since you got the paper.
Man, Sundin we got at 6'5", and Alfredsson. Oh wait a minute, what? Just over 6 feet, and then Alfredsson's 5'11".
Where'd you get 6'5" from?
I don't know. Like I said, you gotta boost the font size, man.
I don't know if you want to move on to something else and finish up the show, or...
I don't know if you got anything else.
I mean, we briefly talked about some of the coaches that were on the hot seat. I got a list of 6 that I actually... we were just throwing names out there before, but I got legit 6 that could be on the hot seat. I mean, Bill Peters, we talked about. Van Yol, Goldson, Trotz, Cullen, and Quinnenville.
Yeah. Trotz?
Yeah, Barry Trotz. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that one was a kind of shocker too, but I mean, that could come down to how Washington does in playoffs. Are they going to lose to their old friend Pittsburgh in the second round? I'm thinking so. But I mean, Van Yol, Rangers going to rebuild.
Yeah, that's true.
Does the rebuild always start with a coaching change, though?
It almost seems like that, eh?
Yeah.
Todd McCullough, honestly, I don't think they would...
I think they'll give him one more year.
Yeah, that's what I think, too. I mean, there's going to be...
I think you could add Phil Housley to that list.
Do you think it's going to be gone?
Right. I thought you said I'm thinking Esposito for some reason.
Phil Esposito, yeah.
Add him to the list.
You made the list.
Yeah. Any of those guys, do you see getting a job? Like, say all those guys got fired. Who'd get the job first?
Oh, Coach Q.
Yeah? Second
No
winningest
questions
goalie,
asked.
or second winningest coach of all time?
Like,
I think teams would fire their current coaches to get Coach Q.
Do you see
My dad mentioned something to me. He figures Hitchcock will be gone from Dallas, and Coach Q will be there.
Yeah?
He just said... I don't know. It seemed like Hitchcock took this job, and it's like, if you make the playoffs, maybe another year, and he really didn't he didn't get the team any better than last year. Really, not really.
He's kind of slimy because he's like, oh yeah, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
St. Louis is like, okay, yeah, well, we'll bring in another guy, and they kind of tried the whole having 2 coaches. You know? And then I think Hitchcock was just like, yeah, no, this isn't working.
Yeah.
And then Dallas goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, And then if
Do you think